Hi everyone, welcome to Tales of Saksham. I'm going to share my story today, so do subscribe to the channel before we go ahead. Subscribe करें ये channel और मेरी story सुनें. Thank you. Hi everyone. So about my early life and career and education. So I had a beautiful childhood because my father was in army and we were visiting a lot of places. So there was a lot of learning involved. Being at different places, I learned a lot of things from music, from basketball, swimming, skating, horse riding, a lot of things. In parallel, what I was learning subconsciously was that discipline, that harmony, that compassion. Because when you are traveling to different places, you are learning different cultures, you are staying with different kind of people, and so there was a lot of learning for me in the childhood and in all the ways. So I had an excellent childhood and exposure to a lot of things. It was very disciplined and disciplined life, as well as a very fulfilling one. In the very beginning of my life, I realized that I have to do something good, and maybe if not that big, then there should be something which I should do for the society in my capacity. And I'm very happy today platforms like yours and some other good incredibly good platforms who have given me this opportunity to share my blessings, how I conduct myself, how I balance my things, and how I help people in my capacity and share my blessings. So I had a good life as of now, and so that led me to taking up engineering as a course. I was good in academics and all extracurricular activities, so I did my engineering in computer science and got a gold medal from Modi Lakshmangarh, and then I got the campus space in a top multinational, and I'm working there. So I think if you are very focused and you have that good perseverance and resilience, and I am sure you get what you want in your life. So हमेशा हमें मेहनत करनी चाहिए और एक दिन हमें उसका फल ज़रूर मिलता है. Well, my parents had a very liberal mindset, and they actually let me do whatever I want, and that's precisely which I said that being at different places, I learned so many things. So actually I think I was subjected to all kind of things, from painting, singing, sports, and I was just left to choose what I want. Definitely my dad was also very tech savvy, so I had computers at a very early age in my life. We had it at home, and then I took it as a subject also, which excited me, and definitely I was very fascinated to be a computer engineer, and hence I took that up. And when it comes to writing was always my hobby and passion. So I pursued it, and I'm not formally trained anything in writing, and I don't write it very often, but yes, as a passion I really write. So whenever in terms of guest posts, so I've been featured in a couple of top magazines and all the top blogging websites, etc. So I really love writing. So it really motivates me, and for me writing is a form of meditation. I get a calling when I have to write. So even if I feel low or if I feel happy, I really want to write and express myself. And how it began, I mean, if I have to really look back, even when I was a child, when I was in class 6, 7, and then also I used to score very good marks in my English literature, which was very, very tough, because I had that freedom of expression when I used to write. So I think that that skill of writing perhaps was developing eventually. I had serious interest of narrating stories and writing. So I think it began from there. In childhood I used to contribute to small children magazine or my school magazines, and it started from there, and then I started writing more focused in a more focused way, and a lot of real things which I feel, and I started writing down, and I got a lot of motivation from people, and they really liked my writing skills and my write-ups. They were able to relate to it, and so those things really motivated me, and that is how I took up a career. And definitely my parents, my family, and now my husband, everybody is very, very supportive, and they all are instrumental. So whatever I do today is all because of my family, and I owe to them. See, life is never easy, but at the same time, what you want in life, you always get time out of it. So many people ask me that how do you multitask, how do you do so many things. So I always answer them that everybody has 24 hours. It's how you prioritize. And one thing I've learned, that if you want to make time for something, you will definitely do, and that exactly is in my case, right? So definitely things are not easy, and at times it gets overwhelming, but it is how do you take each day as it comes, and how do you prioritize and focus on your work. So nothing is easy, but then nothing is tough if it is your passion, and it comes naturally to you. So yeah. So as I said, I never planned, writing it formally or getting formally trained in writing. It was always my passion since childhood to write whenever I used to feel. But it really, I started writing regularly, or say very passionately. I think 6-7 years back. Because I have two children and I work, and I'm a working mom, and husband in bank and traveling extensively. We stay in nuclear family and no elderly staying, etc., etc. So it was challenging for me to manage work-life balance, as well as taking care of kids, their needs, and my work, and all those things. So but then I took help of daycares, or maybe I had some my own strategic decisions which I took, and I did my good planning and proactive approach, etc., etc. So because I address a lot of women and parenting forums, so they used to ask me, how do you do and all that. So how I started writing my initial a lot of blogs are on parenting, because I myself was going through that journey. So each one to their own, but yes, I really had my own experiences to share, because how I was feeling, how on the low days, I would again get the strength to get up, and how am I dealing with children, or how am I dealing with that guilt, perhaps, if you have to say, to send child to a daycare and all those things, and how I'm managing things. So I started writing those in pieces in my blogs, that money management, or say time management, or maybe summer vacation ideas, that how do I keep children busy, how to reduce screen time. So that is how it all started, that because I was living that journey myself. So I used to write on all those topics which were relevant to me, which I could relate to. And I started writing for Mommy's magazine. It's also one of the leading portal parenting website. And then one thread led to another. Then I was featured. Then I started writing in top magazines, Stories in Saurabh Chawla is the editor. Then and I was featured on Ishi magazine, Ekta Kapoor's, and then it was Women at Work. Then there are a lot many. Then Face Mag and She the People TV covered me. So Your Story covered me. Mom Share Club covered me. So there were a lot of these top parenting portals and top parenting websites. Then eventually I started writing on mental health, wellness also. And so as I'm saying, I kept writing, and that passion continued. I wrote recently for Millesimal as well, so Sejal Agarwal. So I think I was fortunate enough to meet so good people during my journey, that they all encouraged me, and realized importance of the good piece of work I was writing, with their suggestions. And that is how I started writing, and I continue to do so. Today I feel accomplished. I feel as if I have finished my race. I feel very extremely happy, proud, and thrilled, and accomplished at this time. Because definitely when I started writing, a couple of my magazines, they had all the celebrities on the cover page, be it Chetan Bhagat, or be it Guru Randhawa, or many big celebs on the cover page. So while I thought that one day I'll be on the cover page, but I didn't know that it will be so soon. So I'm so grateful to Sejal Agarwal, the Millesimal magazine, who featured me on their cover page for the March edition. So I feel extremely happy and grateful about the whole thing. And one thing, as I'm saying, you really work hard. When I started writing, I never thought I'll be here. So that is what I would want to tell the readers and listeners of our show, that it'll come eventually. You should not aim so high. You should have your small goals, and I'm sure you'll have a successful path, and you'll reach the success at the end for sure. There's a very good saying that even if you are part of a rat race, and even if you win that rat race, you're still a rat, right? So please pursue your passion and not pension, which essentially means that while work is important, saving money is important, but at the same time staying happy and motivated is equally or perhaps more important. So that's the message I would like to give to to the audience, that work hard, work for your be focused for your job, and do your best there. But at the same time, whenever you have some time for yourself, do start with your passions, and do continue with your hobbies, because that will give you the purpose, the real purpose of your life, and you'll be staying happy, and enjoying every moment of your life. Thanks everyone for watching my story. Keep following Tales by Saksham for more stories, and don't forget to share and subscribe.